Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven, and tonight, whenever the heck you're watching this, we are getting into bourbon hunting in the year 2023. Let's freaking go. So bourbon hunting. What the heck is bourbon hunting? For those of you who aren't tracking, bourbon, just like most things that people get very heavy into it, there's like gold prizes or like rare, limited, special edition stuff that everybody wants to get their hands on. So, people go out, they go hunting, they go crazy, they go out searching, spending so much of their time, so much of their gas, and quite frankly, way more money than they would like to on bourbon to get those. That's what bourbon hunting is. Bourbon in the year 2023 is a little wild. I think the bourbon market as a whole is a little inflated, but also it doesn't really help that there's a lot of inflation going on as well. So it's neither here nor there. Either which way, things are starting to cost a lot more. And I think people are getting away from wanting those limited edition stuff and going more into store picks like I am myself. That being said, the bourbon hunt goes on and it goes on forever. And you're always going to be into it. I'm less into it than I've ever been at the time of filming this. That being said, I'm still into it and I still want to get those rare and limited stuff. I just don't invest as much time as I would like into that. And quite frankly, I'm not very good at it. But I do have 5 tips and tricks that I think will for sure help you out with your bourbon hunting this upcoming year, as well as if I actually follow them, which I'm horrible at. That's why I'm not very good at bourbon hunting. Will help me as well. Getting into number 1, what is the first tip and trick to bourbon hunting? Easy peasy, lemon mix squeezy. Be lucky. Be lucky. Sometimes you just get it all. Sometimes you're just walking down the street and you see like $100 bill just casually sitting there. You pick it up, boom, there's a new bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Luck. Honestly, the most irrational tip and trick has nothing to do with anything, but it's just sometimes you're just lucky. Sometimes you don't plan on it and you just stumble onto a dumb good bottle at a really solid price and you just win it all. Not really like something you can focus on per se. Carry a rabbit foot. You might get some bourbon this year. You just might. Tip number 2, a real tip. Create relationships. This one's an actual one. You're welcome. I'm actually making a real list, kind of. So relationship-wise, what are some relationships that will help you get whiskey that you can't originally get? Relationships, store owners. Number 1, store owners are probably the best. If you can curate a relationship with store owners and the people who work at this store, they're more likely to hold back bottles that are phenomenal for you, or they're going to sell those phenomenal bottles that they have cranked up to ridiculous prices for you for like normal MSRP-ish plus or minus 10% type thing. So like if you create a relationship with a quality store owner, you're likely going to be able to have easier access to those allocated, schmallocated bottles that you're looking for, as well as friends, local community friends. Sometimes when I go out hunting, I'm not looking for just myself. Sometimes I'll see a bottle that I personally don't care about, like for example, Irish whiskey. I don't really care for Irish whiskey that much. Alec, on the other hand, freaking loves that stuff. So sometimes I'll be like, hey bro, you want this stuff? You want me to grab that bottle? More often than not, he says no because he's a cheap bastard. That being said, I have gotten quite a bit of Texas whiskey that's allocated due to a friend because I don't live in Texas, but I got friends in high and low places and they help me get bourbon. So creating meaningful relationships inside the bourbon community will not only give you more people to drink that whiskey with, but it'll help you get that bourbon. Tip number 3 on this list is going to be it's a segue out of number 2, but go to the liquor store often. You're not going to get whiskey staying at home unless if you buy from like Sealbox or any of the other like online retailer shops. But honestly, if they have like rare and limited bourbon, it's usually way overpriced. Sometimes, especially like a Total Wine or something, like they're a huge conglomerate. They're a huge brand, a huge business. They don't do number two. They don't hold whiskey for you. They don't sell it to you at special prices. You're freaking screwed. The best way to get stuff is to show up often. If you show up there, you go there, you can get some whiskey. You're not going to get whiskey from there if you don't show up, because you don't know when they're going to drop. Same with like Costco. Same with Costco. I've gotten some ridiculous monster bottles at Costco for really good prices just because I casually went to Costco to buy some freaking eggs, and I came home with like a Woodford batch proof for like $90, a Calumet 15 for $99, like ridiculously good bottles for really freaking good prices. Number 4, also kind of going on the same level of number 3, is delivery schedules. Learn your delivery schedules. If you know your local store gets all the allocated whiskey or gets new deliveries of whiskey every Thursday and Friday morning, go every Thursday and Friday morning. That's going to be your best chance to get those bottles then. Does that always work? No, not always. Sometimes it's gone even before you get there. Honestly, tip 2, 3, and 4 are all kind of related, and it's be present. Have relationships with people, show up to the liquor stores, learn their schedules, meet those people, get to know them. That will help you get whiskey almost more than anything. The last thing, I think that's the one that's actually going to help you. It's just a little things I don't personally agree with. Last and least, because I think this is a crappy way to get whiskey, but it's a legitimate whiskey. Have money and use that money. Not simple as that. If you have the money, use it. You can get some amazing bottles if you just have the money. Like, not saying that like raising prices and paying secondary, which is illegal in case if you didn't know. If you have the money and you're willing to spend it on that, you can get the bottles. Like me personally, I'm not willing to spend over $150 on a bottle of Stag Junior. That being said, I've seen some people who are willing to pay $250, $300 for a Stag Junior. If you have the money and you're willing to do it, you could freaking do it. You can do whatever you want. It's your money. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. But those are my tips to help you bourbon hunt this year. Bourbon hunting is a nightmare of a concept, but it's a nightmare of its own creation. Prices are too expensive. There's a new limited edition bottle every freaking week, you know. Sometimes you'll be hunting 1,000 different, or like one bottle, and you'll pass up 1,000 different things, and then you won't get that one bottle. Or sometimes you'll be hunting 1,000 different bottles and you only see the one freaking bottle. I don't understand whiskey hunting completely. And like I said, I'm freaking trash at it. I'm trash at it. But, you know, I also don't spend a lot of time. I don't do any of my 5 tips. Not really. That being said, that is a wrap for today's video. Please do me that favor. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps us out a ton, and we seriously appreciate the support. Also, check out the Facebook, Instagram, and the Patreon. The links for all that stuff are down there below. Let me know down below what you guys thought about this video. I know this is way different than most of the content I create, and this is, you know, I'm trying out something new. It's a little new for me. Also, let me know down below, what are some bottles that you are hunting this year? What interests you? I looked at the Breaking Bourbon schedule. I didn't really personally see anything that blew my mind or really interested me outside of the fact that they're doing a Jack Daniel's malt, like a 90 proof malt. I'm excited to see that because I'm a huge single malt fan. But outside of that, like, not a single thing really interested me. I know it's very early on and that schedule, or that, you know, schedule is very, very short, but, you know, that's my 2 cents. That is a wrap for today's video though. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.